Welcome, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation and we are on the EU server. And today we're going to be looking at the newest Halloween event, Witching Hour, for 2025. We're going to run through the content and see if there's been any changes, which I very much doubt, except for the lack of a vault, which we should be used to by now, which is very sad. And then the rewards that we get from the vendor. So bear with me a second while I just make sure all my settings are correct, and then we will jump into Halloween and have a look. Let's hope this actually works. It froze a second ago. Also, I came back a bit faster than I thought I would, which is good. That's good. Alright, computer is up, settings are fine, and Junior is back. Hello, Junior. It's lovely to see you back. Okay, now, it would help if I grabbed my controller. I don't know if you guys realize this, but if you don't have your controller, you can't really play the game. Alright, bear with me. I'm just going to bring up the chat on my phone so that I can actually talk to you guys, and then we will go through the event together and look at all the rewards. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a buyout and look at the iconic ability that we receive as a reward, but we will have a look at all that information. I'm really sorry, guys. The fact that they did the Imp Mart and this event at the same time meant it was a no-go. Just can't do. Even though it would be nice. Junior said, I'm back. All right, let's jump into the chat. We're all good. And the sound is all good. All right, beautiful. Let's go into the event tab and have a look at what they've got here for us. So it's called the Witching Hour, as it usually is. It says, the Witching Hour returns and all hell has broken loose in the streets of Gotham City and inside the Midnight Masquerade nightclub. Earn spooky bites from the Witching Hour missions and play daily to earn event progress and unlock limited time rewards. So down across the bottom we can see what the rewards are, and the fact that we've got 20 days surprises me a little. I thought we were going to get a 10-day progression, but we're getting 20, which means this is probably going to be out for about a month, which is lovely. Let's have a look. We've got the Scarecrow's Fear Bomb iconic ability, which does seem pretty cool. I mean, Meta Knight did showcase it on her channel, so if you want to have a better look at it, that's the place to go, because unfortunately, I can't afford to buy this, guys. I just can't this time. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it does seem like a good one. Like, it looked interesting. It does terrify as well, which makes total sense, and I'm totally going to use it on one of my mental characters. It's going to be a good bit of fun. Then we have the Long Halloween Emblem, these both are redeemable on all of your characters, thank goodness, because when you can't get an iconic on all of your characters, it's just a little bit of a sad time. Then we obviously have the Mogo Acorn Supply Box. Apparently we're getting 40 of those, and we're getting 2 Perfected Nth Metal. It's worth 75,000. So beautiful. It does look like you can do the Gotham mission or the load-in to be able to get this completed. I am very curious if this counts the bat race. So we're going to actually do the bat race first and see if that counts for progression, or if it's just doing Gotham, or if it's a combination of the two. So let's go to speak with Phantom Stranger, as you do.
Thank you for heeding the call. I sense the evil magic of the Lords of Chaos at work. The streets of Gotham City are plagued by masked apparitions.
Indeed.
Spirits torn from the depths of hell. I will bestow upon you a temporary consecration. You will have the power to put these spirits to rest.
XD15 is asking if I am on the US PC. No, I'm currently on the EU server for PC and PlayStation. This will drop in a couple of hours for everybody who is on the US server, and anyone on Xbox and Switch. You've got a few hours before it drops into the game for you, but you also get to have it a bit longer than we do, so it ends up evening out in the end. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, another iconic. So Marvelous said another iconic. Yep, we're getting another iconic ability. It's Scarecrow related, which does kind of tie in with some of the items we're going to be getting over here. We're going to get some Scarecrow items that are going to go along with that loadout. So I think that people are probably going to have some use for it and enjoy it. It did look quite good. There's some that I don't use and some that I do. That looks like one that I will probably utilize a little bit. And at least this one is for every one of your characters. I think the developers are doing just a little bit of FOMO, right? Where they're trying to get people to play because they're afraid they're going to miss out on items, and iconic abilities are a good way to do that. Same with the Elite Henchmen. People are interested in those too, so people are playing the content to get them. Lucifer said, Witching Hour, my favorite time of year, a fitting season for the devil himself. so true. This is actually, we don't celebrate Halloween here, really, but I definitely enjoy the Halloween inside of games. Like, I enjoy this event very, very much as spring. I kind of think of them around about the same. There's things I like more about Halloween, and there's things I like more about spring, but in the end, they kind of end up even, or I kind of flip-flop between the two. So this is one of my favorites, and I'm kind of happy. XD15 said, time, you think? Time, you think? Oh, what time? So for me, the reset occurs at midnight. Maybe 6 hours-ish? It depends how long their shutdown is for, but about 6 hours for you guys, I think. Could be a little less, could be a little more. And daylight savings just happened over here too, so it could be more like 11. Could be 5 hours. If someone knows the specific time of the US shutdown, please let us know. But yeah, within the next 6 hours, about that. Danielle said, F you, FOMO. I would say I agree, except I keep playing it so that I can get it so I don't miss out, but it's more so that I can show you guys than I actually care. Like, there's some things I wouldn't have played except that I'm doing YouTube, so. Lucifer said, remember to give old Etrigan a little love tap in the face for me. Will do, no problem. Let's also grab this mission here, and then let's go and get our Bats in the Belfry completed. Now, most of the time I use this first and we do Arkham Island, and then I warp straight to Gotham for the second part of this mission, where I think they count as two separate missions, don't they? But I'm curious to see whether we get progression in the event tab for the race, or if we need to do both, or if it's just for one. I mean, I can't really test because... Let's see what it says here. Hang on. We've got Witching Hour. Here it's got Gotham Open World, The Witching Hour and Bats in the Belfry both listed. But it says eligible missions, so I'm wondering if we have to do both or just one. We will find out. We will find out now at least whether the Bats one counts on its own or not. And then I'll probably have to test it on another character if I want to find out if you can just do the open world and not the race. But let's get them completed. It's been a little while since I've done this race.
4,
I had it
3,
memorized,
2,
so hopefully I don't
1,
suck. But I mean,
go.
if I do, just forgive me. That should be fine. I found... Ugh, I hate when it does that. Okay, so sometimes when you fly and you press the button, the camera doesn't move, and your character just goes in the wrong direction. That is a little frustrating, because that affects my timer, you know? Not that I need to get platinum today, I've clearly gotten platinum before, but I like getting platinum, because then I can feel smug about it, you know? So... So when it does that, I'm not very much the happy Vegemite that I normally am. I'm just a little bit frustrated. It happens when you just have normal flight too. It's not even when you just do the bat race. If you just have normal flight, sometimes the camera will shift around your character instead of moving your character around, which is annoying most of the time. But honestly, Superman, the YouTuber, Superman N, he gets really great shots by having the camera do that. So his Superman looks amazing. Anyway, I don't remember what my fastest time was on these at all. I'm hoping I do okay today, but if we get up there and I suck, well, fair enough. I'm gonna blame the fact that the camera didn't work correctly for a second. You know, that's the only reason it failed. There we go. Best time 104 on this, apparently. Done. Now, this is one you do have to collect in your journal, guys. Oh, what's Virtues Over Vices? Find and defeat envy, lust, or wrath. That must have been something I did a while ago. I have no idea. Okay, so don't forget to collect this in your journal. Don't ask me why it does that, but apparently it does. And apparently, guys, you can just do the race for your daily progression on this, which I'm definitely not complaining about. All right, so the second mission we're going to do is the Witching Hour. We're going to warp directly to Gotham. Which, I mean, you can actually use the, I think there's like a teleporter that they have that comes out of Arkham and goes into Gotham, but the location you end up there doesn't actually end up with a lot of these to do in the vicinity, which is why I like to warp to Gotham to do it, because these are much more numerous over here near the cop shop, which is the Australian way of saying police station, because we like to shorten things for no reason. Alright. So for anyone who hasn't done this before, it's going to be different for both heroes and villains. Heroes have a tendency to need to capture and throw these away, whereas the villains need to attack the enemies that come out of them. So it's slightly different for each of us, but just as easy for both. Though I will say, you can see on the right-hand side, there's Absolve Masked Apparitions, 3 out of 11, and then Rescue Terrified Trick-or-Treaters, 3 out of 7. For the heroes, I've found that you are much more likely to get both of those completed faster than villains, because the villains one that has 11 apparently is less frequent, so it's a little bit harder to get done. which is, you know, a little frustrating for the villains.
Don't you see the bugs? Get them off me!
And it's been a little while since I played this with a hero or a villain, so I may be missing. No, I'm pretty sure it was the 11 one. Either way, there's one of them that progresses very slowly for the villains on there. It could be the out of 7, it could be the out of 11. I think it's the out of 11. And for anyone who's wondering why I'm running around, like there's a path I follow every time I come so that I watch for these being spawned, and if they're in the path I keep moving. Sorry, if they're not in the path I just keep moving. So yeah, there's quite a few different places where they appear here. It's interesting too because most of the events that we have that have something out here, can you just go down, little apparition? Thank you. Most of the events have the same spawning areas for these things that you activate for all of the events, but not all, because there's a couple of empty spaces that you can end up with for some of the events, even though for every other event they have it there. So I can't even remember which one specifically, but I suspect one along the path over here is there's only one sometimes, and then there's 2 other times just along this path here. I don't know which ones specifically though. Let's go to the journal. That one is one we don't have to collect, but it does tell us we have to go back to the Phantom in the House of Legends. So we're going to do that. I don't know why specifically it has that. I've noticed that it tends to be the first time you run it, it has that, and then it's perfectly fine for the rest of the week. Then it resets for the week, and it will ask you to do that again. I have no idea why, but I apparently need to do that. He's just checking up on me to make sure I can do a good job, you know?
Those spirits were pawns in the battle between chaos and order.
No!
Your act of kindness not only saved the citizens of Gotham, but also the spirits themselves. For this, I am grateful.
Lucifer said, "Oh my dad, did the devs decorate the streetlights in Gotham? I've got to say, I love it." I know, Lucifer plays on the Switch. So this is one of the things that, in fact, I will go back to Gotham briefly so I can explain it. This is one of the things that we're missing when we play on the Switch. Gotham doesn't have any of the decorations for Christmas, for Halloween that we get to see on PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. On Switch, they don't have it because the extra things that have to render make it more difficult for the Switch to cope with the open world. So these here that you can see with the pumpkins and the lights, if you play Switch, you won't see these. If it gets to Christmas as well, you won't get to see the Christmas decorations either. It's unfortunate, but it is understandable that they're trying to keep the game running smoothly, and this is one of the things that keeps the game running as smooth as it does for the Switch. And it's sad. It's a little bit sad because they do look really cool, but it means, Lucifer, you haven't seen it because it's not on the Switch. And it sucks so much. I love it. It looks great. All right, let's go back to the House of Legends. Then we're going to queue up. And if we get in straight away, great. If we don't, we'll have a look at the vendor and the listings for the prices and everything before we do the load in. And then after that, we will go and have a look at the actual items. Let's go event. Now you can do this from the event tab here. You can highlight the alert and queue up according to here. You can also do it through the on-duty menu, just like we can with everything else these days. They've kind of got it organized this way, but you can see I'm already queued up in the on-duty menu section. Fred said, "Hello, Mum and everyone. Is there a marketplace sale this week?" So it looks like the marketplace sale is the Imp Mart and the capsules. If you go over here to the on sale section, we've got the Amazon time capsules there, and then all of the Imp Mart items. So not a lot of things on sale, but I mean, the Imp Mart items, I don't even really consider them to be on sale. I just think of it as the first week is when they're the good price. The rest of the weeks, I don't care. Oni said, "Wait, when did the Halloween event start?" Okay, so for anyone playing PC and PlayStation on the EU server, it started about 2 hours ago. For anyone playing on PC, PlayStation, US server, or Xbox or Switch, it will not drop for another 5-6 hours-ish. So the only reason I am able to show you guys now is because it has dropped on the EU server first, which happens quite a bit, and it ends up being helpful because then I can show you guys what's going on, and if there's anything that you think is worth your money and time, you know, and if not, then you also don't mind. But it also evens out in the end because even though we get it a few hours earlier than the US server gets it a few hours later at the end. So we end up with the same amount of time in the event. It's just that we start slightly sooner and you guys end slightly later. So, yeah. Lucifer said that makes a lot of sense. Maybe the Switch 2, but I wouldn't know. I don't know, because if they're using the same game for both Switch 1 and Switch 2 and don't create a new version, then most likely we still won't have that stuff to render in the open world. But the Switch 2 doesn't seem to be, and I could be mistaken, but doesn't seem to be enough of an upgrade in the hardware to be able to cope with DC, including all of those extra things. I'm just hoping that on Switch 2 it ends up smoother for everyone who wants to play, what is the open world called?
A masquerade of darkness.
Shock to the system, I forgot what the open world is called. Oh, Dakota City. So Dakota City is very, very glitchy on the Switch.
I will conjure crystals that can sever our foe's connection to the dark veil.
Thanks.
You'll need to place them in
Oh, she looks so pretty. Look at the sparkles, and that is a great Superman. You guys look awesome! Is his name Super Smash Man?
Tickle,
It's Super Smash Man!
The party?
It reminds me of him plus Hulk mashed together.
Right. We'll teach the rude people of Gotham not to make fun of us on Halloween. I am not an
Oni
emo
said, well, it's
pilgrim.
the 7th
I'm
right
a witch
now.
boy.
That may well be true, but
you've lost
reset
control
occurs at a
of your
specific
little
time.
prank.
So when
It's
reset
not too
occurs is when
late
they will
to
put it
put things
through onto
right.
the game.
Into
Otherwise, they'd
Black
have to
Adam's
do
powers
shutdown
of
and then another
Shazam.
shutdown, and you'd miss out on playing it anyway because the game is shut down. So, yeah, don't worry, it's not far off. Now, see how fast we can knock out Clarion in this one. Sometimes you can do this nice and quick, and sometimes you can't. It just depends on how much damage output is going on. And I'm not always the highest damage output, so who knows? Have they placed them already? Or does it have the shield? So basically, you have 3 different attack phases. You've got the first one where you have to attack and then 2 crystals have to be placed. Second one, you attack and then 2 crystals have to be placed. There they are again. Third one, you have to attack and also carry around a piece that gets the specters away from the rest of the team, so that you're able to attack Clarion, and then you place 1 more crystal at the end. If you guys can do damage output fast enough for this particular alert, you won't even need to pay attention to the specters, because you can get his health bar down pretty low right before the single crystal at the end, which it looks like we will. We won't even have to pay attention to the specters, I don't think,
Maybe we
which
can
is
lend
lovely.
you a hand. The Sentinels of
There we
Magic
go.
have
I'll grab.
conjured up
Oh
a
no,
charm
they're
that
way
will
faster
banish
than
those
I am
mask
grabbing it.
apparitions. I'm teleporting the
There we
magical
go.
magnet
Crystals
in
in,
now.
handcuffs on.
Clarion,
It's so
your
fast.
poor
He's got
choices
fast
forced
damage
the
output,
Lord's
which is
power
nice.
to act.
We'll be sending it in shortly.
Countless innocents were harmed because of your careless temper tantrum.
Yeah, apparently
You
so.
crave respect, but your actions do not secure it.
His cloak is
I've
so
channeled
good.
your
I'm so
dark
glad we have
magic
that as
into
a
an
style
augment
piece in
for
the game
good,
now.
and have bestowed a portion of it upon these
Ooh,
heroes.
you know it would look good on my
Now, be gone
Emma
from
Frost
here.
character.
Who are you to lecture me,
Maybe I should get it, I
phantom
don't know.
stranger? I thought you weren't supposed to interfere with us mortals. I
He
won't
will
forgive
interfere
you for
if
ruining
he
my
feels like
Halloween.
it.
Temper tantrums are a pretty big deal when they're
Oh
thrown
yeah,
by a
definitely
witch
wasn't
boy.
the highest damage output, was
Growing up
I?
in Limbo Town
Oh,
can't be easy.
I was
but
better
he's
than I
turned
thought,
into
though.
one troubled kid. Maybe now he'll think about what he's done and learn something from it.
And I've got my feet on that as well.
I doubt it, though. Have a happy Halloween. Oracle out.
Ooh, I got a spooky trinket box. Awesome. Over here, so I've got the vampire bat uplink device. Without a doubt, my favorite uplink device. And then the creepy critters henchman. That's not too bad. Then there are 2 feats that you can complete in here as well. Complete it 15 times and complete the alert in under 7 minutes, which is pretty easy these days to do. All right, let's head out and we're going to go and have a look at the vendor. Mr. 2D said, I really like the look of this place where they would just hang out. I would just hang out here if I could. So would I. It should be a place that we can go to. It's so, so cool. But I mean, they are keeping it for Halloween and then getting rid of it kind of makes sense too. If they had it as a place permanently and they would have this occur in that place every time Halloween dropped and then remove it every time, that could work. It would be kind of fun. I wish we had a base that looked like it too. It's so pretty. Or creepy even. Arturo is asking, when is this event dropping? So for the EU server on PC and PlayStation, it has dropped already about 2 hours ago, or nearly 3 hours now. And for anyone who is on PC, PlayStation, US server, or Xbox or Switch, it's going to drop within the next 5 to 6 hours-ish after the shutdown occurs. Lucifer said, I noticed that in the mission, Phantom Stranger doesn't have his gloves. Really? He doesn't have them here either. Wait. He's gloveless! What's going on, my dude? He doesn't like gloves anymore, apparently. Mr. 2D said you can get Stranger's Cloak. Yeah, you absolutely can. It's from Cursed. So it's the Omnipotence item that you can receive. It's like the artifact armor piece, and yeah, it's a back piece from the Cursed episode. Justice League Cursed, I think. Or hang on. Lucifer said Justice League Dark Cursed. Thank you. So yeah, you can absolutely receive it, but in order to do so, I think you need to do one open world mission, then the solo, then the alert, then the raid, all in that order, and collect appropriately, and then you'll be able to receive it and have that style item, and it does look very, very cool. I think it's called Apparition. I don't know if I have it on this character. We'll find out in a second, but let's find out. There, down the bottom, Apparitional. That's the cloak there. Oh, it looks good on my character. Let's leave it on. I'm not usually a cape person, but that looks like a cloak, which is different, okay? It has a purpose. It keeps us warm. It's not just to look cool. All right, let's have a look at the vendor. We'll go over this side out of everyone's way and see what we've got. So we have the Toon Shaded Halloween Chroma Pack, the Master of Fear's Hood Style, the Master of Fear's Mask Style, the Enhanced Long Halloween Emblem, the Base Invitation, which is for Etrigan, and then same again, but for Phantom Stranger. And we've got some furniture items. We've got the Harley Quinn number 30 framed variant cover, which is very Halloween appropriate. We've got 3 different zombie props. They're called Exhuming, Rising, and Crawling. They're all coming out of the ground, and they do look really cool. Then we've got 3 hay bales. I don't know why this thing from 2024 is like in between the hay bales. Something wrong with the way that they listed it, I guess. They'll probably fix it. But 3 different hay bale maze pieces. We've got an arch, a corner, and a wall. So those are the items that we've got at the moment. You can see there is a sale because it's all highlighted in green. The Toon Shaded Halloween Chroma Pack and the 2 base invitations are both $75. Then the style items that are specifically for Scarecrow are both $37, at least at the moment. The emblem is $26, and all of the furniture items are $7. I have already purchased them, so we're going to head across to my empty base and go and have a look at them all. So let's warp there and have a proper look. Penthouse is where we're going. Mr. 2D said, I have to do an alert and a raid. Welp. Time to wait in hopes people will be playing those. I mean, you could try and get a team together to try and get it done. It depends also where you play. If you're on the US server, there's a higher probability you'll be able to get some people who want to play it. Or if you queue up for it, they might group with you for Omnibus. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, she does look pretty awesome, right? It looks so cool. Lucifer said it's the back style. Excellent. And Marvelous is asking Toon Shaded. Yes. So I believe the chroma is called Toon Shaded Halloween Chroma Pack. From what I could see when Meta Knight showcased it, it looked like it was just the bat one that we have, Spooky Bat chroma. I don't know if I have it on this character, but it looked like that. But then they took the bats off and made it like high sheen with a little bit of shadow on it. So hang on, let's see if I have that one. I have too many. Spooky, no. Okay, so I don't have it, but there's a Spooky Bat chroma that has like an orange swatch with a bunch of bat pattern on it. It's very cool, and I feel like what they've done is make it not cool. So let's try it on and have a look anyway, so we'll open that up. Toon Shaded Halloween Chroma 1, 2, and 3. We'll put it on my character, and we'll see what it looks like. We are going to remove my Vortex accessory, because that's just blocking our view, and let's try them out. All the way down to Toon Shaded. I will say they do seem to be very excited about the Toon Shaded stuff, and I personally am not. I don't really like these very much at all, so I'm hoping that other people do. I know that the Hope one is going very, very well because it does give people the opportunity to utilize it for a Superman build that does look very, very nice. We're going to take the aura off. Hang on. None. And we're going to color everything. Oh, there's a lot of black on my character with this one, isn't there? All right, so this is chroma number 1. Let's do UI off so we get a better look and see what people think. So yeah, actually the orange is less vibrant. I take it back. It does not look like what I was expecting to. The spooky bat chroma has a much more vibrant orange color and has a bat pattern on it. I do think this looks just like it though, in that the 3 swatches are black, that silvery gray color, and then this orange. And her hair, I'm pretty sure the last time that I put one on like this, the hair tends to take all 3 of the swatches and kind of mix it together. So not my favorite that they've done that. I'm kind of disappointed that we can't utilize just one swatch for her hair. Pretty sure as we go through, you'll see the hair not really change much color at all. Every single time I use a Toon Shaded, that's what happens with the hair for some reason. I don't know if it's on purpose or accidental, but this is what we've got. Now, I will say it does look very similar to the other Toon Shadeds that we've seen, which disappoints me because it's very, very plasticky and shiny, and I hate that. A lot of other people like it, though. The shaded part, like the actual shadow that they put on it, I do quite like. I just think it looks a little weird with the high sheen, and to be honest, the colors I don't really think I'm going to utilize. I'm hoping there are some people out there who actually get use out of this. Otherwise, it's a little bit you know? And it is a bit pricey for something that's Let's put the second one on. Over to style. This one here. You can see nothing has changed in her hair there, because all 3 of them go on. It's just got that orangey tinge to it still. This I like much, much more because we can see the detail in her stockings, I think. But this is, you know what's the best part about it is that I can barely see the orange. And because most of it is black, I can't see the high sheen. So I like it because it's hiding its features. But hopefully some people get a good use out of this. Honestly, though, I would use the Spooky Bat one way before I'd use this. It looks latexy. No, it's really not my favorite. Let's put the third one on. I think I knew I wasn't going to like it much, so there we go. Oh, it did that thing. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting that when we do an all swatch, you have to go across before you exit. Otherwise, it doesn't save it. There we go. No, she looks terrible. And once again, the hair has not changed, guys. Yeah, Marvelous said, oh, it's orange, disappointed, lol. Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit disappointing. I just wish they didn't combine, like, a lot of people like high sheen, and that's fine. I like the shadow stuff. I wish they didn't combine them. I wish the shadow stuff was a separate thing. You know, even if they're making a bunch of chromas where they've got this shaded texture that they've got on it that looks like shadow, that they've taken from the comic shaded material that everyone loves, and they gave us chromas with 3 separate swatches of it. I would love that. I would use that, even though we're going to be able to get the material from the patrol. So for anyone who doesn't know, the patrol rewards over here, one of them is the shaded comic material. It's probably the thing that most people are going to get because of its rarity, and it has colorable swatches, so you can color whatever you like on it as a material. And this as a chroma would be cool even if we couldn't color the swatches. I think I'd love that texture on a chroma. What I hate is the plastickiness. The plasticky, latexy texture of it. Why do that? Ugh. Mr. Tootie said very scarecrow-like. I mean, thank you. I mean, it could be utilized for him. I don't know. I tend to think of him as much more dark, and I don't think I would use it for him. Lucifer said candy corn orange. I only just recently found out what candy corn was because we don't have it in Australia. I found it at a shop that was like selling US products, I think, and I expected it to be like a hard candy, but it's so not. It was weird. I tried it with my mum. I've never had it before, and it was very odd. Marvelous says, okay, the black looks good. Completely agree with you on that. I'm going to chuck the black back on because out of the 3, that one is definitely my favorite. The black is all right. I think because it hides the sins, right? It makes it so we can't see the bad aspects of this. It's just like a very, very dark black. And it doesn't reflect as much as the other ones for some reason. But on that cloak, I've got to say, it does look kind of cool. It's a bit shadowy. Lucifer said skin tight. The white is shiny yet dull. Yeah, actually, it is kind of yet dull, isn't it? It's because of the shadow. They've put the shaded stuff on it to give it depth, but what it does is turn it gray a little. That's kind of sad, actually. I don't like that. All right, let's look at the next 2 items we have available to us. We have the Master of Fear's hood style. Let's grab it. And then Master of Fear mask style. So this, oh, and if you collect both, apparently we get a feat completion. This is supposed to be Scarecrow's headpiece and Scarecrow's face. So I have seen these already on Meta Knight's video. Thank goodness she's showcased. This includes hair. See how there's actually hair on it? I'm going to take off the chroma so that we can look at it with just my swatching to start with, and then we can go from there. I feel like we need to have like a white swatch in here somewhere. Do a white, and then we'll make this like a really bright purple and this like a bright green or something, so that the colors are going to be clearly different and defined. Red, purple, green. So we'll do red, purple, green on this and on the face piece so you can see where the swatching falls. Hey, it didn't keep it. Save. Okay, there we go. So that you can see where the swatching falls. Oh, there's a little bit of green. Oh, I hate the hat in white, if I'm being honest. Let's also take this, the back piece off so we can see the hair a little bit better. And we're going to adjust the chest piece to see it better too. And then we'll put the face on. So let's go with that so that you can actually see the hair. So I kind of like the hair that they've got on it. I do wish it kept our own hair, but I understand why not. Because then they'd probably have to give us a hairstyle as well that lets us have his hair, because they don't have one currently. So this is the Master of Fear face. We're going to do the same coloring. We're going to do white, then purple, then green, and remove the chroma so that you guys can see. Oh, it's weird. It looks weird the way I've done it, doesn't it? The white does not work. Highly recommend not doing that. But with the mask piece, we actually can see that it's got a rope around the neck, and it has the piece flailing out underneath like he's got it attached to him, which honestly, that does look pretty cool. It's pretty accurate. I do wish that they had the hat and the hair as two separate pieces, but I mean, they'd probably charge us an arm and a leg if we did that anyway, so maybe it's good that they didn't. I'm going to take off the hat. We'll have a look at what the head looks like without the hat on. And then we'll chuck some more appropriate colors on it. Oh, and hair. No hair. Hang on. Actually, I'm kind of glad the hair can stay. I thought the mask, because it covers most of the head, might actually remove the hair, but apparently no. So that's good. All right, so this is what it looks like without the hat. Oh, you know, kind of like it. I don't know that I'm going to have much use for it, but I could see some people potentially using this. Very creepy. I will say the mouth looks like it's stuck on this particular color. So when we adjust the swatches, we'll have a look and see if we can change that, because we can clearly see white over most of the head. Green is affecting the eyes. Purple is the rope, but the teeth are kind of an orangey yellow color that I don't think the swatches are affecting, but we'll find out. Maybe the white is on it and it just comes out that color. Let's put the hat back on and then put some colors that may look a little bit better. So if we put that as black, maybe, yeah, that's a little bit better. Let's do the face black too. I will say the texture on the face, though, is very, very nice. It does look like a fabric. Hey, that's even creepier. But we were right. The teeth are not affected, so they are stuck that color regardless of what swatching you do. And also there is purple stitching across the face. I don't know if you guys can see it very clearly. I couldn't tell when I had it colored white, but now that it's not, I can see that purple very, very clearly across his face, or her face. I'm a little disappointed in the band across the top not being able to be changed. I mean, it doesn't matter too much if you're actually creating Scarecrow, but for someone who might want to utilize it for something else, that's a little disappointing. I wish that band would maybe be the same color as the hair or be a separate swatch. But otherwise, cool and horrible and creepy, and it will tie in with the new iconic ability that we're about to get as well, which is, you know, very good. I'm going to chuck a chroma on the face piece because let's see if that affects the teeth. I suspect not, but I'd rather know for sure. No, not at all. Teeth just stay the same. Also, with the orange, I kind of love it. The texture is cool. I don't know. I think people are going to have a use for it. Just maybe not me. My mum said, yes, candy corn was certainly different. It was! The texture was completely not what I expected at all. Mr. 2D said, I do wonder what the new Scarecrow mask looks like on the old Scarecrow hat. Do you guys know the name of the old Scarecrow hat? Because if I have it, I'll chuck it on. Is it just called Scarecrow? I may not have it, is the other thing. Yeah, I don't think I do. If it's called Scarecrow or something like that, I definitely don't have it because it would be showing up here. But yeah, if I could show it to you guys, I would. I'm so sorry that I don't have it. It's not really a style piece that I tend to use. So probably the only place I would have it is on the Switch. Mr. 2D said that is a creepy mask. I love it. I do think people are going to have some good use for this. I've seen a lot of creepy builds on here, and being able to create Scarecrow is kind of cool. Lucifer said, out of all the colors to use, why white with orange and black? I feel like neon green would have worked better. I agree. I think green. See, that's what I'm saying, though. I think what they did was grab that spooky bat one and just swap the texture over. Take the bats off and then make it that toon shaded. Which, yeah, I have mixed feelings on. All right, let's take that off and give her her hair back. I think we've got an emblem next. So we'll choose a chest piece that actually can hold an emblem as well. Where are you, Botanical? There we go. There, she looks a little bit more like herself now. Let's grab a chest piece. Absolute zero. No. Abysmal. Accent. This one holds one. Okay. Let's go over here and have a look at what the emblem is. So it says Enhanced Long Halloween Emblem. We get a feat completion for it. Let's put it on and see what we've got. Emblem, Enhanced, Long. Here we go. All right. We've got the ability to color swatch it. What have we got? Ooh, it's so shiny. I've got purple as the border. We've got green for the pumpkin and white in his mouth. I'm guessing the eyes are also adjusted by that. Let's chuck another color in there let's make this like bright orange and see if it affects the eyes. It does indeed. I'm not going to lie. I really like that emblem. It's very big, it's very sparkly, as they usually are when they're enhanced, and the way that the colors are positioned is very nice. It's also kind of cool that we can utilize all three swatches for this emblem, because not all of the enhanced emblems allow that. It's not bad. It's kind of fun. Lucifer said, oh, thank you. Hold on, I'll let you know what the hat is called. Thank you. I'll have a look and see if I have it, and we can see what it looks like with the headpiece. I know of it. I don't remember if I've got it, and I certainly don't remember what it's called because it's not something I utilized. But if you guys can find it, that would be great. I will have a look and see if I've got it. Oh, there we go. Mr. 2D said it's just called Scarecrow. I suspected, but wasn't sure, and I definitely don't have it if it's just called Scarecrow. Yeah, it's just not here. I'm so sorry, guys. Otherwise, I would have loved to have showed you. Lucifer said, I'm checking. Just give me a sec. All right. If it's called something else, go for it. Let me know. But, I mean, this emblem is very pretty. Very pretty for a creepy pumpkin. Not gonna lie. Oh, I just realized I've had this set to top messages this whole time. I hope I didn't miss any. That sometimes happened. Let's have a look at the furniture items. So we're going to have 2 base invitations. We've got Etrigan and Phantom Stranger. So let's grab both of those. And pop them in the base. Alright. Now, base invitation Etrigan. Ooh, he looks good. And base invitation Phantom Stranger. He also looks good. Okay, let's get out of here. We're going to have a look at what the conversations are with them. Bazooka said, I saw they're bringing back Smoke Aura in Marked. Is that true? Can you check? Yeah, so the previous video that I just did, or rather the live stream that I just did, showed everybody what we can get from the Imp Mart. Imp Mart definitely does include the Smoke Auras, and it is a full box set that you can get all together with all of the different colors. So here it is here. It includes... ignore the Smoke Aura one. It's called Black Smoke Aura. Then there's blue, green, orange, purple, red, white, yellow, and pink. All of them are redeemable on all of your characters, and I have them. So I'll chuck one of them on. We'll go orange maybe to go with the orange, or the green, so that you can see what they look like, because it does look very, very cool. Maybe I should have just done all of it as one stream together. But I just thought if people are looking for something specific, I don't want them to be stuck like scrolling through a live stream trying to find the information that they're looking for, right? So I thought if I separate them, it's easier. Lucifer said I can confirm with Mr. 2D. Okay, so the hat that we are trying to find is called Scarecrow, and I do not have it. I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully someone else, maybe when it drops onto the US server, will be able to show that for you, but it's not going to be me. Let's speak with Etrigan first.
Bound
Apparently
to
I'm standing
bound
inside
to
of him.
you.
What's his head?
When will this dull task be through?
That's weird, right? His whole head gets cut off. Also, I'm standing literally inside of him. Well done, me. About me.
Your efforts are paltry.
Oh, I
Yet
hate
I
that.
do
His head's
tip my
chopped off.
hat. Here you do thrive. In the pits, you'd fall flat.
Oh, he rhymes. Very nice rhyming. Well done. But also stop standing up so tall so that we can't even see you. What
I
drives
inflict
you?
torture, combat, and infinite pain. Your restraint, prison, and servitude are my bane.
Oh, that's beautiful. He's so rhyming. This one is asking about rhyming.
Let us do this one more time. Listen close to every rhyme.
I am. I'm definitely listening close, okay?
Half the rhyme is ne'er so sweet as full couplet when complete.
Okay, thank you, I guess. House of Mystery.
It has a storied history, that wayward house of mystery.
Okay, that was a little boring. Good insults. Okay.
Circe's old transformed cows would easily trounce you fat sows.
Oh, that is so mean.
Rat, toad, pig, or cow, these fight better than thee now.
Oh, now I'm a little sad. He did, like, good insults, and both of them were rhyming with cow. I mean, rhyme once with cow, and then rhyme with something else, my dude. That's a little bit sad. Other heroes.
Blood thee want, blood thee get. Or would thee rather taste my wit?
That doesn't rhyme. Wit and get. I'm just very disappointed in you right now. And that was the last one. Let's ask about Batman.
Something's amiss and out of place when mice with wings wear a human face. Blind to the realm beyond this one, as an enemy, it's known he's second to none.
But he wears a bat face, not a human What do you mean? I think you're confused, my dude. You just need a nap. John Constantine.
Constantine, a fool, fumbling with power, only dimly perceived while the Dark Lords glower. He sees not that his efforts in vain, only delay the time when his soul they do claim.
Okay. I did not like that first rhyme. It didn't have good timing. He's getting worse. He's disappointing me. Gentleman Ghost.
Does that motley appearance make you brave?
Yes.
Or simply serve it to swaddle your grave?
I'm very brave. Actually, no, I'm not. Because, this is what's going on. I don't have any fear of you, so I don't need to be brave. We're just chilling, my dude. Marvelous said it's a bundle. It absolutely is. It's a bundle. You can get all 9 of the smoke auras together. Dark is asking, is this out now? So if you play PlayStation or PC on the EU server, it is now out for you, which is how I'm able to showcase it. If you play on PC or PlayStation on the US server, or Xbox or Switch, this will be out for you probably within about 5 hours when everything resets. So it's coming, it's very, very close if you don't currently have it on your server. Mr. 2D said, Etrigan, my main demon man, I'm definitely getting him. Yeah, you need him. He's very entertaining, not gonna lie. Lucifer said, Etrigan only speaks in rhymes. Fun fact, his father is Belial and his half-brother is Merlin. That's so interesting and complicated. And yeah, I would agree with you that he only speaks in rhymes, but he literally messed one up. And then he double rhymed cow. I'm disappointed, okay? For someone who only speaks in rhymes, you'd think he'd be better at it. And we're not going to ask whether or not I can do it, because no. Hi is asking, are you on the test server? Why they give US late updates? Okay, so the update system works so that anyone who is on the Xbox, the Switch, and the US server gets the update at a time when the majority of players aren't on. The EU server gets the downtime when the majority of players aren't on. It just so happens that they are different times of the day. If they were to do the shutdown on the EU server at the same time as the US, they would be losing out on a lot of playtime and potentially money, which is why they have it separated and different like this. The difference in hours that we get beforehand, you get after us. And you actually benefit as well because you guys will get your reset. You can run the event or whatever you like. Then the downtime goes, it resets again at the end of your full Halloween season, and you get to do it twice at the end. So even though we get it slightly before you guys on the EU server, you guys get a double shot at it at the end as long as you do it before the shutdown. So when reset occurs without shutdown, play it. Then when they do the shutdown and come back, play it again. Because, you'll be able to get it twice, which is nice, which includes me. I also play the US server. But, yeah, that's the reason they do it the way that they do. I think if they tried to change the time so it all correlated, they would be losing out, because I usually play the EU server when the US server is shut down. Not because the US server is shut down, that's just the way it works out for me, because that's my timing of day. And that would be the case for a lot of people who play EU. Lucifer said, how hard did I hit him back in King Arthur's time? Did I scramble his brains? Where's Merlin when I need him? Yeah, his brains are definitely scrambled. He's having trouble rhyming. Let's ask him about Jason Blood.
I have no love for the man called Blood. Far as I care, he can go chew cud.
I don't think any of us were expecting you to have love at all, my dude. Let's ask about Superman.
Yea, coiffure curled and muscles flexed, but when with magic he is hexed, leader of so-called supermen, kneels for hell's best, Etrigan.
Okay. I don't think Etrigan... I mean, he says his name differently than I do. Is it Etrigan or Etrigan? Because if it's Etrigan, fine, that kind of rhymes with Superman, but I'm pretty sure his name is Etrigan, right? That's how it's spelled. I don't know. Let's ask about Zatanna.
Simple intent, said plain but in reverse, as effective a pretense as a rhyming curse. She's deceptively formidable as a foe.
Oh.
Have caution, lest ye meet with woe.
Hey, he kind of gave her a compliment there. That's the first one. Lucifer said, give him a little love tap to the face, that might help him. I would, but my character is currently consumed within his cloak. I don't know.
Bound to Merlin, bound to you.
Ooh.
When will this dull task be through?
I'm sorry, but never. I'm going to talk to you forever. You're just stuck with it. All right, so that was everything in the list to talk to him about. I'm very disappointed in the double cowl rhyming. I don't know what to say. Etrigan, very upset. And also, I hate this about it, right? His
Your
head disappears.
efforts are paltry, yet I do
That's
tip my
so
hat.
annoying.
Here
I
you
want to
do
see his whole
thrive.
face when
In
he
the
talks to
pits,
me.
You'd fall flat.
I don't know why they didn't fix that. I hope it's not the same for Phantom Stranger. See, I was like standing within him. All right, let's go to Phantom Stranger next. Hello, how are you?
Out of the darkness, the stranger comes.
I love the echo they have on his voice. All right, so about me.
You're saving lives. Important work.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
You have a power unrivaled by others. Do not squander it.
I'm not. I was about to say I'm not one to squander things, but we just saw how much I spent on Ipmart, right? Let's not lie. Let's ask about you.
I am the Phantom Stranger.
Yeah, we know. It literally says your name when we talk to you. You didn't need to tell us that part, but okay.
I am but a channel, a vessel for magic and order.
Oh, okay, good. Lucifer said still no gloves. Truly strange. Right! Where are his gloves? They stole them. He doesn't have them anymore.
I will always be a stranger. That is my assignment.
I don't know, I feel like I know you, dude.
I belong nowhere, so for now, I might as well exist here.
Yes! In my base! That sounds great. Do you know how to cook? We can get him cooking. I don't think we should get Etrigan cooking, though. No, he can clean. Being a stranger.
To know one's true self but not be able to communicate it, nothing feels more isolating.
I wish that these conversations, what we said was a little bit more interesting, because we don't actually ask a full question, we just have a topic. And also right now, we can't say something, we're just asking him to continue talking, which is unnecessary. Couldn't he just continue anyway? Why do we have to pause after each part? It's weird. It looks like they've grabbed like the way it works for other games where you actually have choices about your response and it impacts your gameplay. But in this game it doesn't, so it's unnecessary. It's very weird.
The emotions are beyond me. Perhaps they always were.
Aw, that's sad. For me, apparently not for you.
I fight for their souls because mine is already forfeit.
Aw, I feel like he needs a hug. A lot of NPCs needing hugs these days. Let's ask about demons.
We
Or
are learning
demons,
a great
depending on the
deal about our demonic invaders, but not enough.
Continue.
We must know how to defend ourselves and others from the demons if humanity is to survive.
Okay, that's fair.
Only by knowing our enemy can we achieve victory.
I don't necessarily agree with that. No, I mean, knowing their weaknesses is probably helpful, but I mean, if we just put an atomic bomb, you know, sometimes you can defeat your enemy. Mind you, if we're specifically talking about demons, maybe not. are Exobytes heroes. Okay?
The new heroes inspire even me. The very moment they were gifted powers not necessarily meant for them, they used them for good. They made a difference.
Yay! Magical artifacts.
Knowledge is power. I need your help gathering it.
No problem. I'm great at gathering things. Crime Bible.
Even as I wander the earth to pay for my misdeeds, others worship murder and betrayal as a religion. I find it intriguing that the Crime Bible, a focus for the deification of criminal trespass, has earned special interest from Batwoman. The Crime Bible and the Book of Lilith within is a powerful tool in the hands of evil, but there will always be forces of good to maintain the balance.
Darn right. And we are good. You know, we'll definitely try to maintain balance. Mr. 2D said the devs just really wanted to showcase Etrigan's sharp, shiny teeth. It seems like it. They're like, don't look at his eyes or face. Look at the teeth. See how good a job we did? They're amazing. Lucifer said, Stranger tell us, did you do... Oh, sorry. I think that's meant to be, Stranger, tell us, what did you do to your gloves? Like you may or may not have done to Jesus. I have no idea what happened to his gloves. They just are gone. Lucifer said, and yes, that is a reference to the 3 origin stories for the Phantom Stranger. That is fair enough. I'm like, why no gloves? Why? It's very weird. Junior said all of those lines are in Cursed Gotham. Well, I'm not surprised. I expected them to grab lines that were previously in the game to create these, because then they're not hiring extra actors to be able to do the voice acting for the characters, right? They just grab NPCs, grab the audio they already have and chuck it in our base, which I'm not complaining about. I'm fine with that. Let's go with Historama? Historama.
The Historama is one of the Rock of Eternity's most powerful tools. One need only say, Historama, show me, to view anything on any plane of existence. Mortals these days worship their web of computers, but the Historama is a repository of information that puts all others to shame.
Excellent. Ibistic.
The Ibistic is an artifact of nigh unlimited power, especially given its ability to absorb mystic energy from others. Its origins stretch back to the height of the Egyptian god's influence on the world. Its power in the wrong hands could tip the balance from order into chaos. I hope I never see that day.
I feel like my hands are the right hands. As long as you have no follow-up questions, I feel like he should let me have it, right? Maybe not. Mark of Cain.
The Mark of Cain is strong enough to take even fate's will. Armed with it, our enemies grow ever more powerful.
I feel like it needed a laugh after that. 7 spells of Shazam.
The powers within the 7 spells of Shazam are known only to the wizard and to the Rock of Eternity itself. However, it is clear that the spells are intrinsically tied to the rock. In the wrong hands, those spells could be a threat to all the powers of Shazam.
Are all the powers of Shazam, like, each one of those powers went to each one of the Shazamily? I don't know the lore of Shazam very, very well. But there's 7 of them, right? I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Spear of Destiny, please.
The Spear of Destiny reminds me of dark times. I am tempted to use its reality-altering powers to try to lift my curse, but fear the consequences. It is fortunate that Argus sealed it in their black room after Freedom Force liberated the spear from Vandal Savage. However, it concerns me that Savage somehow separated the Mark of Cain from the spear.
I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that myself, understandable. And that's the end back.
Have you need for me?
Yes, can you please make me some pasta? Pasta would be good. Or pizza? I'm in the mood for Italian. Thank you, Mr. Stranger, who is not a stranger, but apparently wants to be a stranger. Let's go to the next items of furniture. I've got to say, I really do like having them in my base. They look cool. Inventory. We have the Harley Quinn number 30 framed variant cover. We've got 3 of the zombie props and 3 of the hay bales. So let's collect those and hope I don't forget what they're all called. We look up hay bale and then zombie prop. It looks like you get the 3 hay bales and you get a feat completion. It could be 3 items of furniture, not specific, that we got that feat completion from. In fact, let's look it up and see what it was. Feats, because then you'll know if you have to get those specifically or if you can choose. Witching Hour over here. Oh man, I haven't done a lot on the EU server, have I? What just recently popped? Oh, they're not in the order that I completed them, are they? They could be. Maybe it's at the bottom. Nope. Where's 2025? Maybe this was pointless. Oh, wait, there's one. Collect 5 base items. Okay, so it's 5. It was including the 2 base items that I already collected, which is Etrigan and Phantom Stranger. 5 base items from this episode, and you will receive a feat completion, which is lovely. Let's go and put our furniture out. We have 3 hay bales. Pretty sure they're all floor items, so let's look them up. Hay. I have way too much furniture. We've got an arch. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay. Then another, we've got a wall, and then we've got, I think, like a corner piece. Yeah, a corner? Where's the... Oh, there we go. That's the corner there. And then just a normal wall one, I believe. Hey, thank you. Yep, looks like one straight wall. Then we've got a piece that goes on the wall, which is the Harley Quinn one. Hang on. If I look up Harley... There it is. Ooh, it's smaller than I thought. Oh, that's a little disappointing. And then we've got some zombies. Let's look up this is the one I'm looking forward to. Because that seems like fun, right? Having zombies coming out of the ground. Oh, yeah. So cool. Okay. That's kind of exciting. I can see I've toured quite a few bases where people are going to want to utilize those. Oh, that looks great too. They're hideous. Hideous! I love it. All right, let's get out of decoration mode. So we've got the hay bale arch, which is this piece here. It is quite substantial. It's very big. I do quite like it. I'm wondering if it's going to be something that meshes well with the wall, because the wall is so much taller than it. Isn't it? So if we wanted to clip it together, it's going to drop down for the arch and then go up again. I don't know if that looks very nice. I mean, I kind of wish the arch was a bit taller, but, you know, it's not horrible or anything. And then we've got the corner piece, too. I don't know how many people are going to use these, because in order to create a maze with these, they take up a large amount of space. Like, they're very, very thick. If I was going to create a maze, I would use something much skinnier. But I do think it's appropriate, because I've seen in, I think, US TV shows where they have, like, a hay bale maze. It's an actual thing, just not where I am. So probably that's why they've gone with that. But they're very, very bulky. So you'd need quite a large space that you're going to try and make a maze with these, because they do take up quite a bit of space. But I do quite like them. They look very textured, which is nice. Anyway, let's get to the part we all want to see, which is these. Oh, this guy looks like he's, like, dragging his body through. Oh, I love it. They look so cool and so creepy. I think the middle one is my favorite. It's the face. Look at that face. They're both pretty, but actually the end one is really good, too. Look at that face. Jeez, I love these. I think they're going to be really well utilized. This one's got half of their body coming out. Hang on. So half of her body is out of the ground already. This one's like right up against their armpits, and this guy's almost all the way out. This guy doesn't look like he's coming out of the ground. He looks like he's missing his legs and is dragging his body along to try and get somebody's brains. These are beautiful. His face, all of their faces are absolutely hideous. Oh, they're so good. Mr. 2D said if Phantom Stranger starts hanging out in your base after a while, is he really a Phantom Stranger anymore? Because I'd start calling him Phantom Friend if he's staying in my base. That's what I'm saying! He's totally a friend! I don't think he understands the being stranger thing properly. I don't think he understands how being a friend actually works, you know? If he's hanging out in my base for, like, eternity now, we're buddies. We're friends. Lucifer said he may or may not be Judas Iscariot, a fallen angel who was a lover of Nama, of a time traveler. You know way too much about this. You have, like, all the lore in your brain, which is awesome, especially because it ties into your character. Mr. 2D said I'm definitely getting a lot of zombie base items and putting them all over my cave base, so it looks like I'm summoning them from my cave, right? They're so cool and creepy. So many people are going to use these. This is a very nice base item, I will say. It seems like the devs have kind of got past the learning curve and are actually putting things in, you know, a reasonable quantity and some items that people are really going to love. You know, let's just not talk about the chroma. Junior's doing like a shocked face. Lucifer said, that one zombie has a nice trunk, and they say Dad didn't give them both hands. Lol. I don't know what you mean. What's a nice trunk? Trunk is like a box, right? I'm lost! I need more information. All right, let's have a look at this piece on the wall. See, I quite like this. Hang on, we should lower it down a little bit so we can get closer without the camera going down low. So hang on a sec. Let's just move it slightly. Down, down, down. There we go. Okay, then we should be able to get nice and close so you guys can see. It's very glowy. I like it a lot. I mean, the picture is nice. It's very, very Halloween-y. It literally says Happy Halloween on her bag. The hammer is appropriate, and it's got the signal behind her. It's not a bad piece. I do quite like it. I need it for Harley. Oh, trunk means butt. I had no idea. Oh, that's why. That's the junk in the trunk. People have junk in the trunk. That's what it means. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. I've heard it in the context of someone saying someone's got junk in the trunk. I've never heard someone just call it a trunk on its own before. It's not very common over here. We're more likely to say arse. So, thank you for the context. But, I mean, we got some okay base pieces. I mean, I'm pretty happy with all three of these and the one on the wall. And who would not be happy with Etrigan and Phantom Stranger? And man, do they have nice long conversations. Like, that's not so bad. I'm kind of into it. The one thing I really don't like about the rewards this time is the chroma. I don't feel like it's good. Maybe if I change the trousers a little bit. I mean, you could potentially make it try and look better, but I don't really want to put the effort in because I don't like it. It's just, I don't know. All of the toon shaded stuff is stuff I don't like. And I know that the developers are really proud of it, and I know they really love it, and they're probably going to keep doing it for a bit. They were talking about trying to get it as something we could do for skin. They also talked about doing it for hair, which confuses me a little bit. I can see that they haven't done it for hair, that all three swatches go on the hair. I don't really understand why. We've never really had that problem before, right? Our hair has always been something we could color with swatches from chromas. So why now does that not work? I don't really understand. Maybe they split it up on purpose so they can make us buy another one specifically for hair. But if that's the case, that sucks. Hopefully that's not the case and it's just a mistake. Lucifer said the chroma would work for Storm from X-Men. I mean, yes, but I much, much prefer the goldy color on it rather than the orange. So I think it could work, but there are better options that I would rather use. Yeah. But the emblem's nice. I do quite like the emblem. So hopefully people get some use out of these things. I don't know. I'm going to chuck a different aura on just in case people are here to are looking at the smoke aura. Give me a sec. There we go. I literally said it, and Alright said, can't believe the OG smoke is back. It totally is. I'm surprised I like it as much as I do. Hang on. The blue was nice, right? The blue was pretty good. Let's do that. It's probably going to contrast a bit much, but I don't care. That is black. I know how to read colors. Blue smoke. There we go. There we go. Oh, we kind of look good next to Phantom Stranger with the blue. There we go. So, yeah, hopefully that was informative and helpful and lets you guys know what we're going to be receiving and whether or not it's worth your time. Is there anything from the Halloween event you guys would like to see? Because I will quickly go, and if it's an item to put on, like the Scarecrow stuff, or if it's one of the base items, I can go and have a look at those again, just in case anyone missed something. But, yeah, if you're wanting to see the items that we got from the Imp Mart to have a look at, I did post a live stream where I showcased all of them. So that people could see. Oh, Junior says, now you are a genie. I am okay with that. It just depends what wishes people are going to have. But, yeah, if anyone is interested in seeing the items that I purchased from the Imp Mart, feel free to go and watch the other live stream. I did showcase everything that I possibly could. I'm so sorry I couldn't buy them all, because I would have liked to show you guys. And also, because the Imp Mart dropped at the same time as this event, it means I can't do the buyout. So I think it was more important for me to showcase the Imp Mart stuff, because this I can get either way. The Imp Mart stuff is temporary. So unfortunately, can't show you this today, even though I would like to. I quite like the artwork too. This artwork is nice. I don't mind it. Alright, said how many days is the Imp Shop last for? So I believe the Imp Shop is lasting for the entire time of Halloween, but the sale I think is only for 1 week. Give me 1 sec, I'll look it up, because I did write that stuff down the other day to make sure that I knew. Where are we here? So it says the Imp Mart is starting on October 7th. It's going through until November 3rd. Sales are 40% off all items in the Imp Mart store and 20% off time capsule unlocks, which is the ones we saw that were already there. That does not tell us a date specifically. So I'm thinking that because last time they did it for 1 week where they had the sale, that potentially that's what's going to be happening this time. It's also what happens with the vendor. We have 1 week of the sale. Unless you count Homecoming, I think they accidentally did 2 weeks of that sale. Maybe they forgot to reset it. I'm not sure. But for some reason, we had 2 weeks of that one, and I quickly snapped up a bunch of extra stuff. But, yeah, get it while you can, because there's no date right there. It might be in the marketplace. Let's go look at the marketplace, see if they have dates for the sale. But it's usually a week. There we go. 6 days, 21 hours for the sale on that. Let's go here. It doesn't say here. So I'm guessing that that's what we've got is 7 days of sale. So yeah, grab what you want as fast as you can, because after that it's going up to an unreasonable price. Frankly, at the moment it's a little bit of an unreasonable price, especially because these are cosmetic items, right? They're not really helping us level anything. Junior said, thank you, Laura. My pleasure. Thank you for showcasing. My pleasure. I enjoy it. I like showcasing stuff with you guys. I think it's fun. And then, you know, I really like that you guys know beforehand what you may or may not want to purchase and waste your money on or your time on, because, you know, there's a lot going on in this game, and we don't want to be wasting our time on things that we don't care about. Oh, good. Lucifer said, idea for a style in game. Genie from I Dream of Genie. Ooh, that wouldn't be too hard to do. Oh, the chess piece. No, there's a chess piece that could kind of work. We might be able to do that. That sounds like fun. Alright, said, oh, okay, I think that's in reference to going and having a look at my other video for the Imp Mart stuff. Hopefully it's helpful. I'm really sorry if I didn't get to showcase the things that you were looking for, but the smoke auras, I definitely did. Junior said, hope everyone have a great day. I am heading to bed again. No problem. We're at the end of this live stream anyway. So I will also, well, I won't be going to bed quite yet. I need some dinner first. But thank you for coming, Junior. It was lovely to see you. It's always lovely to see all of you. Mr. 2D said, really glad I saw that new material was like, because I was going to get it. I mean, if you want the feat completion, you'd be grabbing it. But yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't. Hang on. Let's swap to another swatching for it. Because in the black, it doesn't look as bad, right? It's not too bad. But the second you swap it over, it's like, no, I don't like it. The shininess combined with the shadow is a weird choice. And it's not my favorite. Junior said, oh, hit the like button. Yeah, if you guys would like to, please feel free to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, don't hit the unlike button. Just walk away. Just walk away. Thank you, Junior. So, guys, hopefully this was helpful and informative, and if not those things, at the very least entertaining. I mean, you get to watch me fail at the race a little bit. But, yeah, hopefully that was good. And I'm once again, I'm very, very sorry that I couldn't do the buyout. I do try to make sure I've got the funds ready for that, but the Mart kind of destroyed that. So, yeah, the going away part is my least favorite part of doing a live stream, but I'm getting used to it. So, guys, I hope you all, I feel like everyone already knows what I'm going to say every time I do that now. I hope you all have a good one.